Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
What are the main constraints in transport and marketing of agriculture produce in India? It is a 150 mark question. Sorry, 150 word question. 10 marks. It asked in 2020. So the question is very simple. What are the main constraints in the transports and marketing the agriculture produce in India? So it is a simple what type question. Major thing is about its intro. What is the possible intro you can give this question? You can give for this question. So it is speaking about the agriculture sector. So you can simply say that. So agriculture have the more than 50% of the population, and it is contributing around less than 15% of GDP. So the issue is related to its constraints in the transport and marketing of the agriculture produce. So this is the easy way to give the insight to this question, because more than 50% of the India's population is connected to this primary sector. In that scenario, it is contributing only 15% of GDP to India. So there is certain issue related to this agriculture produce. So what is the issue? Which means the issue is, it is more of like it is related to the climate, monsoon failure, other than that marketing issue, transport facility, and also giving fertilizers to this. When it comes to the subsidies like fertilizers and electricity, there is a issue of the WTO, that is the international crisis. And also when you are exporting this agriculture produce from India, means there is a quality control measures imposed by the European nations on these products. By the way, they are stopping the exporting of the product towards the European nation. So there are major crises, but this question is more about asking the issue of this transport and marketing. So you can give this as an intro, and you just jump into the question about, first of all, main constraint in the transport sector. So the first major issue with the transport sector is poor connectivity to the rural area. That is the major issue, because there only they are producing it, but when it comes to selling that goods, means they definitely need to move towards the urban area. So the demand for all the agriculture produces in that urban region only. So in that scenario, they have to route that goods towards the urban area. But in that, there is a issue of this road facility. So that is the first thing, poor rural connectivity to the markets. So for that only, the government made a measure called as Gram Sadak Yojana. So for a road, constructing the roads, so you can make answers like issues, government measures, issues, government measures. In that way also you can give the answers. Or else, first of all, list all the issues and then all the government measures. But it is more correct manner is issues and then the government measures. So if you are going to address this question in this way, means you will definitely get a high mark. Next, poor supply chain development. That is the major issue. When it comes to the supply chain, means it is the forward linkage and the backward linkage. So that is the major issue when it comes to the agriculture sector in India. So for example, consider that there is a tomato producer. Okay, the farmer who is producing a tomato. So if the person is going to sell that tomato in that market, means he will get around a profit of 10 rupees for a kg. But with the same tomato, he is making any sauce or else making any jams from it, means he will get a high profit from that. But it is not happening, because the major issue is poor supply chain development. So that is the major issue. There is no value addition is happening in this India's agriculture sector. So this is the issue we have to address it. Okay. So next, lack in the warehouses and cold storage facility. This is the most predominant issue of this India's agriculture sector. There is a lack of cold storage facility. Due to that, all the perishable goods are getting decomposed or wasted. So that will lead to the reduction in the supply of the goods. That is lead to the increases in the inflation in the market. So that is the major issue. Next, poor vehicle design and the non-availability of the cold chain vehicles. That is also the important thing. When it comes to the, there is a thing called as a Kishan Rail. So the idea of this Kishan Rail is to supply all the agriculture produce to all over the India. But there is a major concern is the cold storage facility in that Kishan Rail is not working in a proper manner, or else even though it is working, it is not protecting the goods. So if it is more than 3 to 4 days means the goods are getting perished. That is the major issue. So what are the measures the government took for it? Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Kishan Rail, Kishan Udan. So it is a air transport, cold chain development program, transport and market assistance schemes. By the way, they will provide a loan facilities. Okay, by getting that loan, the farmer producer organizations, they can construct a warehouse for their needs. Okay, so that is a certain assistance the government is providing. So these are the certain things, the issues, and then the measures. Next, constraints in the marketing. So first thing is high logistical cost. There is a report which says that India's logistical cost is around 17 to 18% of GDP. But when it comes to the developing countries like China, or else developed countries like USA and Russia, their logistical cost is only cost around 8 to 10%. Which means if the logistical cost is going to reduce, means the goods that are selling in the market is also getting in their price, that price is also going to reduce. So it will be more competitive in that market. So that which means that there is increases in the exports, which is not happening in India, is due to the major reason is this logistical cost. Next, lack of formal agriculture market. That is one of the important issue. Lack of packaging, grading and measurement facilities, stringent commodity transfer control at the state level. So these are the certain major issues related to the marketing of this agriculture produce. So for that, the government took a measures called as ENAM, Agri Market Infrastructure Fund, Integrated Value Chain Developments. These are the certain measures to address this marketing. So the major thing is you have to give the points, not only the issues but also some measures. Most of the aspirants won't do that. The reason is the question is not asking that thing. Even though it is not asking that thing, you have to give it. Okay, but don't occupy major page for it. You just use 3 to 4 lines. That is more than enough. But you have to say these are the measures the government had done to overcome this issue. That is the more important thing to address these kinds of questions. Don't just give the issues only. What are the measures the government took for it? That is also you can quote it. And then the conclusion part. So the government is saying about the doubling the farmers' income. So if you are going to address these things, means India will definitely achieve this doubling of the farmers' income, and they can make the GDP contribution in India's agricultural GDP contribution will increases in the future. This is the way you can address these kinds of questions. Okay, thank you.